Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela and I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and I'd like to welcome you back to Throwback Friday number 42. Right, so if you are new to the channel, the Throwback series are videos that I make using old videos from way back when. It saves you hunting through all the playlists. I do cut and crop into them quite a bit. So if there is something on there that you like the sounds of, find the original throwback, the original video that I'm using, and then watch it in its entirety, and that way you will get all of the information that you need. That includes any patterns that are mentioned in the videos if I don't manage to put them on this one. You'll get what I mean in a bit. Alright, so that is it for the videos for this week. It was a bit sparse and not much at all because I'm still working on that moose cow. So here's the update on it. Moose cow, I am now up to row 50. Oh, just past row 50, sorry. I'm up to the row where you finally start decreasing. So that is a video that I'm going to be making this evening, which is how to decrease that row and then how to decrease to finish it up. Now, this cow is a square. Okay, so it's not like the penguin where you get to a certain point and then it's the same amount of rows going all the way up for a while to build your height. This one just keeps going out to the point where it doesn't fit on the table. Now, I'm only working in a DK yarn, so I'm quite lucky. I was tempted to actually do this one in an Aran weight yarn, which is, I think, a 4 in the US, whereas the DK is only a 3. But thankfully I didn't. So it's now sort of shown me that basically all of the blankets I'm going to be doing, I'm going to have to do in an Aran, otherwise they're not going to fit on the table or on the screen. But hopefully you guys will be okay with the way that this one is set up and the way that I'm talking you through the box counts. Sorry, I'm also going to be making a video shortly explaining how to do it all, so that when I bring out a new tutorial I don't have to explain it over and over again. I can just link you back to that first video that shows you how to do everything. So that way it means that my videos, video editing time and things like that, I'll be able to cut it down, which means I can get on with some more poppies. Right, talking of the poppies, I've managed, I think I've made about 10 or 15 this week, nothing major, and they're not even completed yet, so really they're not in the actual count yet, until they're completed and boxed. Now, I did a little bit of maths after announcing to you guys I'm aiming to do 1800 to make up for the fact that I only did 200 last year, which means I need to make 180 poppies a month. Which is 3 boxes of 60. So at some point you will start seeing in the background behind me boxes appearing of the Royal British Legion boxes basically appearing and being stacked. Now, I know I haven't got the room here. Now, it's looking like due to COVID my daughter's not going to be able to search out for places to rent when she finishes her course at uni. Later on in the year, I think it's May time. So it's looking like she's going to be moving back in with us, which means she's nicking this room back, which means I am going to have to move absolutely all of this out of the room so she's got places to put her clothing and her items, because I don't want to make her feel like she's a guest, because she won't be. She'll be back here with us permanently until COVID's over and she can go and find herself somewhere else to live, because she'll have done our heads in and vice versa by that point. So the plan is in a couple of months time I will be moving down to the dining room permanently and setting up permanently down there, which means I'll be getting some new shelving. So then it also means that I'll be able to show you how many boxes I've done each time, because I won't have enough yarn to fill the room, thankfully, and I don't intend to actually really purchase anything unless I really have to for the next few months, just solely so that I can work through what I've got in here so my husband doesn't realise how much I've actually bought over this last year. because of course, although he does sometimes watch the videos, he will skip through bits and he only watches bits and pieces of it. And so of course when it's a yarn unboxing, he just goes, oh really babe, I'm going to put it on silent and I'll go and do something else, which means he doesn't actually see how much is coming out of the boxes. So I've been quite safe, whereas now if I'm going to be moving downstairs, I am not safe. There is, I would probably guess, about 5 or 6 totes worth. Oh dear. Yeah, I'll be doing that while he's at work and then hiding it behind things. I tell you what, us yarn collectors are a slightly crazy bunch, aren't we? Ta-da! I did end up moving down here, and you'll see a video in a few months' time showing you how much yarn I ended up having to move. It was definitely more than what I estimated. Loads more. And in regards to the poppies, this will possibly be the last chance you get to see them, because they are getting bagged up and handed over to the Royal British Legion soon. Now, I've made this video in advance because I may actually also be on the tables by this point collecting for the Legion. So yeah, busy week. Right, so next one up. Right, so completed whips. I've finally got my Christmas jumper done, apart from sewing on the pockets, because I finished it up last night and I've put it on, and how can I put it, it's too short. The arms are too short, and so is the bottom of the pattern. Now that may be down to my tension and the yarn I chose, because it wasn't the same yarn as the video, and it may also be that I'm a long-bodied 5'8" lass, and I didn't see the size and the height of the model or the maker within the pattern. So I'm just going to jump off a second, stick the jumper on and pull up the information I need so that I can tell you about the maker in a bit more detail. Right, so here it is. Let's kick my chair back if I can. I've got so much rubbish on the floor. Here's the front, and there's the back. As I said, it's lengthwise for me, I'd like it sort of past my bum, as you all know. So I've got a bit of tweaking to do on it. Ooh. But luckily I've got enough of my 4th ball. There it is. So inside that's the pockets. But hopefully I've got enough there to finish it off, add a bit more extension on the cuffs and add some extension to the bottom. So other than that, I quite like it. It does fit really nicely. Now, I'm trying to think what size I did. Hold on a minute, brain's not in gear. Right, so the pattern details for this one are, the maker is the Make and Do Crew, modern crochet. Now the name of the pattern is the Up North Crochet Cardigan pattern. It is a really easy beginner friendly pattern, because you work from the bottom up and you work in one whole section, and it's only when you get to the armpits that the pattern breaks off, and instead of you having a nice long bit, you end up with 2 side panels and the middle panel, and you join as you go. Oh, I best tuck my ends in. Right, so you join as you go to get to the shoulders, and then you make your arms all in one go, and you work in the round, so to speak. It's in the round, but you reverse it at each start of each row. But they explain it really lovely in the video, as well as having the written pattern for you to be able to view for free. You just have to put up with the adverts, but I don't know about you, I don't mind the adverts. I'll just skip through them if I need to. Now the pattern itself was really lovely, was easy to work up, even on the days where my brain wasn't really playing with me and wasn't teaming up with me. Now, right, so the pattern actually calls for a Lime Brand Comfy Cotton Blend, which is a 3-weight light, and there is 392 yards per ball. Now for this pattern I would have needed to purchase 7 balls of it or skeins of it to make my size, and I should have been working with a K hook or a 6.5mm hook, but this is why mine's short. I used the Dreamcatcher by Stylecraft. I'll show you that in a minute. And I ended up using just shy of 4 balls to get to the size it is now. I also swapped my hook around because for me, when I made it up or made up a sample of it, I found that it was too gappy for me. Now I am prone to catching stuff on toilet doors or door handles, or even just Liam catching it by mistake, so I always seem to go a little bit tighter, especially if it's a piece of clothing for me, because I think it's gonna have more chance of being missed, like the holes not getting picked at and stuff. So I ended up going down to a 4.5mm, and so of course that is why I think that this one, although it fits lovely everywhere else, it's just too short, just because of the adjustments I made and the fact that I didn't make any adjustments while making the pattern. So really, although I've followed the pattern for an extra large, which should fit a 40 to 44 bust. I don't know my bust measurement, I cannot remember, but I know it fits around, that's the main thing. I think, to be honest, it's probably sized it more for a large, which is a 36 to 40 bust. Just because I swapped the yarn and the hook size. I'm a bad poppy. Okay, maybe I should have read the pattern a little bit better. It turns out the model is 5'5". So honey, I've got like 3 inches on you, which is where those extra 3 inches I need to put onto the bottom of my top. But it's fine, I'll sort it. It'll probably be ready for Christmas next year now. Now this is actually a really simple, really easy beginner friendly pattern. You only need to know chains, decreasing, half double crochets, half double crocheting 2 together, and half double crocheting through the front loop only. Now the front loop only section is for these pieces here and a section on the pockets. I didn't like it because it was too gappy, so I didn't do it. I just carried on going with the same stitch for the rest that I've used on the rest of the jumper. So there are ways to swap things out if you wanted to, or if you want to stick to exactly how it is, then do it. It's all up to us at the end of the day. We make it. Oh, I'm going. Right, so this pattern comes in sizes small, medium, large, 1X, 2X and 3X. So that's pretty much all the information I've got for you for this jumper. I hope you like it like I did, and as I said, the links to the video will be up above, which also that video will then link you through to the written pattern if you want it. And I will pop the link for the video down below, and if I have room I'll stick it on the end screen as well. Right, I was just reading through the pattern notes to find that Lion Brand has turned the Up North crochet cardigan into a crochet kit, and you'll be able to receive all the yarn that you would need to make your own cardigan. So it wouldn't be the same colourway as this because this is completely the wrong yarn, but the kit, you can grab a copy of the kit. I will stick the link down below in the description box for you all. Right, next up is your photos. I don't have any this week. You must be super busy all finishing different things up. Hopefully I will have something next week, but I never know until it arrives. Remember, if you are making one of the patterns based off of one of my tutorials, I would love an image once it's completed so that I can show it off to everybody. So that is basically most of what you can see behind me. I finally added the extra bits on and sewed in all the ends probably around July this year. Managed it though, it's finished, and Dory has been wearing it. Right, that is it for videos this week. I was going to add another throwback in, but that one the next one is an absolute doozy. So it takes up too much room in the video. So I'm going to save that for next week. Right, so I'm going to head off now. I will see you all really soon if you can. And please stay in and definitely stay safe. Ta-ra for now, everybody.